It's a stormy start to the next TU vlog. More storms are rolling in, and I've got to go to the UPS store because I got to drop off that package over there. So, yeah, that is the crushed Broadwell E processor that came from Amazon. You can hear the rumbles in the background. So yeah, I'm currently editing the prior TU vlog, but then I remembered I needed to go to the UPS store because in the vlog I mentioned having to go to the UPS store for another drop-off, and I was like, oh yeah, I gotta do that today. It's also my grandpa's birthday, so I need to call over there and make sure I wish him a happy birthday as well. Ooh, my phone just dinged on me. Wonder what that notification was. And I guess while I'm out here, oh, that was just spam. While I'm out here, I can see if there's any Pokemon around. I don't know why I'm doing this, but I'm running out of Pokeballs. I need to stop at a Pokestop, but it's getting kind of stormy. I'm hoping maybe there won't be anybody at the Pokestop, so I can just get in and get out, you know? Get her done, because that's the only thing that I'm going to pass on the way there. But yeah, I woke up this morning at like 7 or 8 o'clock, and it was storming like crazy, like major storms. Super, super, super loud wind, loud lightning, crazy thunder. I can kind of hear some loudness coming, so I think there may be something coming, like rain, probably. It's weird. You can hear it coming in the distance. Yeah, I can hear it coming. Anyway, doesn't look like there's any Pokemon. I am on here as Tech Uploaded. I was able to secure that name, so that's good. I was actually going to be really pissed if Tech Uploaded was taken. I was like, somebody took Tech Uploaded? Because I tried a bunch of different stuff, and none of it worked. I even tried some really oddball things, and they didn't work either. So, go figure. But, ooh, there's a clap. Anywho, I am going to run to the UPS store and do my drop-off, and then get back to the old editing game. So, good times. Oh, the birds are getting wound up. You can hear that thunder. Yeah, the birds are ready. I think he just cut his grass, so they're excited. I did have to add, the flowers are very happy about this situation. Look at the marigolds. They're looking good. I haven't planted flowers in years, and these things are just coming together so nicely. I couldn't be happier. I do need to trim up that bush. He's getting a little bit long. Oh yeah, and then I need to trim this down to actually get rid of it, because this is bushes that I pulled. They used to be over here and over where the marigolds are, and I got tired of them because they were so much maintenance. You literally had to go out, I mean, it was like every 4 or 5 days, and cut these stupid bushes down in the summer, and I just got tired of it, so I got rid of them, you know, homeowner issues and stuff. So, anywho, yeah, off to the store before rush hour really picks up. So having kind of an oddball schedule, that's something I actually have to factor into my day now, is you know, I can be on the phone and doing stuff from my office, and I don't really think about the fact people are coming and going. So I need to think about that when I'm venturing out, because anywhere between like 4 and 7 I try to avoid at all costs. So, and of course I'm not up by the time there's morning rush hour, so off we go. Alright, well, remember these days? The days of recording in the car? Yeah. Here comes the rain. I had to discontinue doing this for a while because with my previous employer, it was kind of a no-no to be doing anything while you were driving, which is totally understandable. I mean, everybody needs to be safe. And now with Pokemon Go, it really is an issue. But I'm able to set the camera on the dashboard, make sure there's no hair on it or anything. But, you know, I'm able to set the camera on the dashboard, and unless it tips forward, you know, pretty much just kind of set it and forget it. And that's nice, because I'm not holding it or doing anything like that while I'm driving. So that's a good thing. But, you know, it still could be considered distracted driving. I don't consider it any different than just talking to somebody while you're in the car. I mean, you know, we do that all the time, so I don't see there being a big deal in it. But I didn't want to chance it at the time, having it on video that, you know, I was doing something that could be considered distracted driving. So now I don't have to worry about that quite so much, which is nice, I will say. Okay, so the Pokestop is actually not far up the street from here, and it's my nearest one. So the problem with it is the road that I'm on right now is called Dan Jones, and there's absolutely zero shoulder on this road whatsoever. So to be able to walk this would take a while. It's a couple of miles. I mean, you could do it, but it would be a really dangerous walk the way the road is set up. So that's kind of a problem. And then if I go the other way through my neighborhood, you can kind of get closer to it by not having to be on the main road. But then you have to get on 100 South. That's a busy road, and there's no sidewalk or shoulder on that road either. So it's kind of one of those practice common sense Pokemon Go situations where it's just better not to be stupid and not to do stupid things. So yeah, just don't be a dum-dum when it comes to your own personal safety when you're playing the game. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna swing by the Pokestop because there's a nice roundabout here. So I can just roundabouty through the roundabout and hope this guy's not gonna get in my way too much. And we'll pull in here to the Pokestop. And basically just kind of, you pull up right next to it, and I can click on the Pokestop, hold my camera up, spin it, get my Pokeballs. Ooh, I got an egg too. And then it is 52 after. So yeah, 52 after. And I'm gonna swing back around again on my way back after dropping off at the UPS store and hopefully pick up another grab from this Pokestop. So it's kind of nice, like a drive-through Pokestop, the way that it's set up. It's kind of not real tactful because it's at a World War II memorial. So not the greatest spot to have it, but you know, what are you gonna do? It's also not a great location to pull out of to get back onto the road because it's right where the roundabout ends and comes in to the road. And with the roundabouts, you don't really have a great view of when someone's actually going to be coming through the roundabout. So sometimes that's a little bit, you know, hairy. You don't really know exactly when someone's going to be coming, and the next thing you know, you got someone shooting through the roundabout coming at you real quick. So you just got to use common sense. So now we're waiting for all this traffic to go. It's already fairly busy, I will say, considering what time of day it is. I think people might be out on like a late lunch. I don't know. There's a lot of people coming off of Dan Jones though. Having to wait for them to get out of the way. Alright, now we can go. It's difficult when you gotta go all the way around. Doop-de-doop-de-doo. Loop-de-doop-de-doo. Okay. So now we're off to the exciting adventure that is the UPS store. Yes, oh so exciting, right? I will say though, Amazon was really good about getting that replacement right away. It was, what day was that? I think it was Friday when it came in. Might have even been, it was Friday because I emailed them and said, or, you know, I just didn't even email. I did the thing and I just clicked damaged and shipping, you know, and I put in the notes, you know, the box is totally mangled. I don't know if the product inside is okay, but with this being, you know, a $600 processor in here, I don't want to chance it. And, you know, of course, Amazon, they didn't fight it at all. And then they sent an email and said, we're really sorry for your inconvenience. We're going to overnight the replacement. Just make sure you send back the one you have within 30 days. That's how you do it. That's how you do customer service. And it's the reason that I actually order processors and motherboards and things like that through Amazon. because if I have any problems with Amazon, I don't get this huge pushback when I need to actually return the product, which is a really, nice thing. With, Newegg, they don't make it quite so easy. Even if the box is damaged, I found that Newegg, they really make it hard, especially with motherboards. And I get it with the motherboard situation. If the box is open and you have somebody that's inexperienced and they're working with the motherboard, they could damage it and then claim that it came that way. But, come on. Try to have some leeway. And Amazon's like extreme in the other direction. I don't know how they maintain it. Because they're usually within the same price as Newegg, if not less, and they'll just take stuff back. Someone could totally just F their motherboard and they would probably take it back. And I really hope people don't abuse that situation, because that's not cool. Because I don't want to see them ending that, because I like that, that they do that. So hopefully that doesn't come to a stop because people abuse it too much. But, like all good things, people can ruin it. So hopefully people don't get too crazy with that. This guy is looking like he's just not gonna stop. He didn't. Man, I tell you, it's busy as crap right now. So many people out and about. Everybody doing their own thing now? Are people all self-employed? Does that become a thing? Now we got a big ass truck. Alright, UPS store. Just gonna run in, run out. Real quick like. Alright, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna hit the Pokestop again on the way back and drop off the old package here and get some lunch when I get home. So, I'm out of things to say. What can I say? I'm out of things to say. Well, all right. It's time to finally get this cleaned up. It's been long enough that I've had all this stuff sitting out. I keep procrastinating, and I gotta get it done. Yeah, I took a 2.5 hour long nap. I guess caught up on some sleep. Now I'm feeling really groggy though. When you take a nap in the middle of the day, and then you wake up and it's like, you're not sure what's going on, if it's nighttime or daytime, and now I got an eyelash in my eye. Oh, I do. Okay. But anyway, that's what happened. But I woke up and, ow. But anyway, so really long nap. I have to leave for my haircut in 15 minutes. I set a timer to make sure I didn't sleep through it. But I got up, I went to go check the mail, walked right by a package that was sitting in front of my door, and then as I was coming back up from getting the mail, I spotted it, and it's from Creative Labs. So yeah, they sent the Sound Blaster ZXR. Now I have not used a Sound Blaster product in a very long time. They used to be my go-to, the Sound Blaster AW64, and then the Sound Blaster Live. Those were always things that I used. And then they did send their E5 DAC as well. So this essentially, most people know I use the Audio Engine D1 DAC or whatever it is, the one from Audio Engine to go with my speakers. But they wanted to send this one, so this is the USB DAC, portable headphone amp, but apparently it has all of that Sound Blaster goodness in it that, supposedly will make things crazy. It's got a line in, a line optical out, the USB, all kinds of stuff. So, yeah, we'll see. Headphone jacks, it's got 2 of them on there, so that's cool. So yeah, I guess we'll see basically digital stereo playback for smartphones and your computer. So I guess that's why it has the 2 different USBs. So yeah, it's a DAC, but from Creative Labs, and you can see it even has the writing up there in non-English. But anyway. High resolution USB DAC portable headphone jack. So then there is the Sound Blaster. So let me get this out of this wrapping, if I can. So obviously this is the more involved of the 2. There's the sound card itself with the Sound Blaster Core 3D. It's got that, extra module that sits on your desk. There are the connections. It even has a daughter card in it. So it looks like it does have auxiliary in. 2 of them, actually. And then it has the front outs, which is nice because it has them in the same format that I use for my Audio Engine speakers. So I'm actually excited to see that. And then headphone, microphone in, and then rear and CUSB. So this should be interesting to see how this pairs with the Audio Engine A5 Plus speakers, because, you know, this is going to give you all of that, you know, 3D surround gaming, you know, kind of technology stuff. So we'll see if that actually makes a difference in the gaming experience and even music playback. TU vlog, cat knew he was being recorded, so he stopped eating. Do you not want to look like you're a fatty? Because you're not. You're fine. Here, get your post. Yeah, we have to rewrap this thing again soon. You can see where it's been rewrapped, the different coloring in the rope, because he always tears up that one part. Just got home, spending some time with the family, and it's pretty late. It is almost 1 o'clock. I ran to the store. What? Man, I'm telling you, he's upset I was gone. Make sure I don't step on the cat. Gotta make sure I don't kick him. I've mentioned this before in the TU vlog. TU vlog cat gets kicked a lot. Like in the face, really hard, because he just walks right in front of me when I'm walking. And if I'm carrying something or I'm holding the camera and looking at it, he'd just get kicked. And he doesn't seem to really care. You would think he would like stop and learn his lesson, but he doesn't. I've been using different products now that I'm ready to review, because I do like to use things for a while before I review them, especially on the other channel, the vaping channel, because that's just, you need some experience with it. And then, for instance, this Sound Blaster E5 like DAC and headphone amp is a really weird product, but Creative sent it to me, so I'm like, well, I'm gonna run it through its paces. So I had to use it with my phone and try it with my laptop and try it with the computer, and then, you know, turn on the effects and see how, you know, did with music, and then compare it to the D1 Audio Engine DAC, and then try it with games. So it was like a whole thing to go through to really get a feel for that product. So sometimes it takes me a few days of actually using something to really be able to form, to be able to form an opinion. The rest of the night, I'm just going to do a little bit of relaxing. I gotta switch hands. I'm getting burnt out. See, the problem with this camera is when I'm holding it with my left hand, it's really easy to cover the microphones at the top. And if I do that, then it's really muffled. But anywho, I'm gonna spend some time, probably try to find a movie on Netflix and do some reading. I'm on my weird schedule still, you know, staying up pretty late. The nice thing is, you know, I went shopping at 12:30 to go get cat litter and a couple of things I needed. And, you know, there's really nobody in the store, so that's nice. That's a plus, you know, living this weird late night schedule. I'm just totally a night owl. I always was. In high school, I was a night owl. In college, I was always up super late. I always tried to schedule my classes so they weren't until like 11. That like 4 o'clock to noon thing, like I said in the last vlog, it's like 4 to 11, 4 to 12, that's my sleeping time. So coming up this week, this should already all be up by the time this gets posted, but got that weird Sound Blaster, haven't said that in a while, DAC headphone amp thing, which, you know, I'm kind of torn on the functionality of that, but I'll get into that in a review. It's always awkward when the companies send you something to review, and then you're not really sure what to make of it. And it's not that it's bad. That's always really awkward when something is just bad, because NZXT, you know, when they would send me stuff, like particularly their all-in-one coolers, you know, the X60 and the X61 or whatever, I had issues with those, and that's always awkward. But I'm going to be real. I mean, I don't care. And I email companies back, because a lot of times it's like a public relations agency. Willie, it's a public relations agency that'll contact me like on behalf of the company. And I always tell them, make sure that the client is comfortable knowing that I'm going to say this thing is good or bad. I'm not going to endorse something. And if I ever do like a sponsored product thing, then I'm going to say that it's sponsored. So that's something to always know with this channel. I will always say if something is sponsored and I have to say certain things, I'm going to let you know that it is a sponsored advertisement. It's a sponsored ad spot. If something's sent to me for the purpose of review, I will only review a product in an actual like proper review, not like a sponsor spot at the beginning of a video, which I've yet to do. But if it's something sent to me for review, I will only review it if I can say whatever I want to say about that product. That's just it. I will turn things down if I can't do that, and I have. So I've got that. The other thing I have that they sent, surprisingly, was the Sound Blaster ZXR, which is like their $250 internal sound card, and I'll probably use it in the X99 build because it does have inputs on it for the like what is it, like the RCA connections, whatever they're called, for the A5 Plus speakers. So I will probably actually try out that sound card. The D1 DAC has been good, but I do miss being able to do like the faux surround with headphones and games. And you know, some of the effects you can turn on with you know, some of the sound cards out there, you know, that are dedicated sound, even some of the onboard sound cards, those effects actually do make a difference in games. I like my music to be authentic and you know, true to the source material most of the time. But in games, yeah, sure, I'll take a little pizzazz in the sound to, you know, enhance it. And with the D1 DAC, it is what it is. It's stereo, it's straight audio, it's great audio, it's clean audio. But I've also been having to like turn it on and off a lot lately, and I don't know if that's the USB cable or what the deal is with that, but I've been having some issues with it. It's been getting a little flaky, so I don't know. You know, it could just be getting old. There could be a short. It could be the cable. But so I'm going to give the Sound Blaster a whirl, so that'll get a full review too. But the headphone amplifier and DAC combo, that was an interesting product for sure. It's not bad. It's just weird. I'm not really entirely certain. Gotta burp. Excuse me. I'm not entirely certain who it's for, really. I mean, I guess I kind of know. If you're wanting to do what I did with the D1 DAC and have an external sound card, but still have like effects and games and stuff, then yeah, I guess it would have a purpose there. I just can't use it because I need a certain connection for the A5 Plus speakers unless I get an adapter cable. So I don't want to do that because they might have a mini jack connection on the back of them. I don't remember. Either way, though, I prefer running it the way I do. I think you get the best sound that way. And this sound card, it's kind of dark. It's hiding in the cabinet of all of the things. But this one does have those inputs on it. So that's nice. And so did the D1 DAC. So that's why I use that. I'm kind of looping at this point. The other video I have planned, just an unboxing blitz. Probably going to hit the X99A, 2, and maybe the processor, but that's going to be kind of boring. Take a look at the memory, rip open the Strix 1070, take a quick look at the M2 card. You know, nothing too crazy. The power supply you don't really need to see because that's not even for this build. It's for the home theater PC. I'm finally putting a gold power supply back in there. It's Friday. The week is coming to a close. I did get a video in yesterday for the Creative E5 DAC and a video on my other channel. I'm going to get another video on that channel today, and then I'm going to do an unboxing video today, just kind of a little unboxing extravaganza, if you will, just to kind of actually make sure everything that I have for the build is in one piece, because I actually haven't opened any of these boxes yet, so that's probably a good thing for me to do. So yeah, I'm going to do that. And other than that, yeah, just kind of today is going to be production day, getting some videos up, getting editing done, recording some things, just getting a lot of stuff done today. As much as I possibly can. So right now, I've got everything set up. TU Vlogcat's coming. He's checking it out. And we're ready to go here. So I'm going to unbox the X99 motherboard, the Strix graphics card, the memory, the processor, and the SSD. Those are kind of boring, but you know, I got to make sure they're okay. And yeah, I guess we could do the CPU cooler as well. Cat's rubbing on things. So maybe I'll throw that into the mix. I don't know. I don't know. What? 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 Ram. TU Vlogcat. Well, all right. It's Saturday, and it's Saturday afternoon, I might add. And I'm happy to say I actually got some sleep last night. I may still look tired because I feel tired. It's one of those things where when you don't get enough sleep, you're tired, but then when you get too much sleep, you're still tired. So I'm kind of in that mode right now. Did get the video posted today for the E5 DAC from Creative, and another video up on the vape channel, so that was good. Got those posted this morning. And I need to go to the grocery store, but I think I'm gonna wait till later in the day because with it being Saturday, it's going to be kind of crazy in there. But if I go late at night, then it's always easier. Now, the only problem with that logic is the sale items are usually out by Saturday night because I haven't restocked them yet. But yeah, other than that, not a whole lot really going on today, actually. Sent some emails and took care of some business related stuff, but nothing too crazy. May do some gaming. I don't know. Tomb Raider's getting a little boring on me. I need to move forward in the game, but I keep getting sidetracked by the side quests. I've been in the same area forever, and I need to just move on to a different part of the game so I don't burn out. Because I'm starting to burn out, I'm not gonna lie. What else? Oh, I did confirm that I will be using the Fractal Define S for the X99 build. I decided to go that route because I think I'm gonna air cool it initially, but then I may try to do like a custom water loop down the road and kind of see how that goes. So yeah, that's a thing that may happen down the road on the channel, but it's gonna be a pricey endeavor, so I need to come into some more funds before I do that. Let's see what else. Oh, and then they said they're sending the Define Nano. So I may actually rebuild the home theater PC in that system, which is going to be interesting. We'll see. I was going to do it in the Air 540 so I could use the motherboard that I have currently in my system, but I don't know. I'm intrigued now because that Fractal build could be fun. The only downside is now I'm going to have to obtain a mini ITX motherboard, so that part may prove to be difficult because I need to find either like an H97 or a Z97 board of some kind to be able to put the 4790K in there, which I want to do. So I'm gonna have to do some research today and see what I can dig up on that. And then the Asus Workstation full-size motherboard, I think I will put in the Noctis case and then move the Xeon chip from the home theater PC and put it in there, and then kind of have like a little mini workstation with that computer set up as my secondary in the office. So if I got a bunch of stuff I need to render or maybe run some kind of server or something, I will have that as an option. So yeah, it'll be the workstation motherboard paired with the Xeon, so I guess that's appropriate. So yeah, I will keep you posted if anything else super exciting happens today. Kind of gave up on Pokemon Go, by the way, because it was just too buggy and I was running out of Pokeballs and I didn't want to go to a Pokestop, so just kind of meh, whatever. I gave it a shot. I knew what it was all about. That was kind of the point. So yeah, all that being said, I think I'm just gonna chill, watch some Netflix, and I don't know. We'll see what the day brings. All right, so it's almost 10 o'clock on a Saturday night here, and Netflix is down, so that's not good for Netflix. Whoa, TU Cat. But yeah, Netflix is down. So as soon as it went down, I of course Googled it, and a news station, Fox 8 out of Cleveland, actually ran a story that's collecting all the tweets of people freaking out. So I've been reading that. It's pretty humorous. I've got Amazon Video, and I've actually got over the air as well, which I'm going to do a video on that. And strangely enough, this box right here is a new antenna. So I have an antenna in my attic. I think I covered this in a TU vlog at some point. And it does a decent job, but it's some stations that it should be picking up, it's having issues with, and I am really not far from downtown. It should be picking up more than it is, considering how close I am. So I went online, I was researching on Amazon, and this thing apparently just looks like a homebrew kit. It's like pretty rough looking. So apparently it works really well though. And I'm gonna mount it in the attic, actually pretty close to where I'm standing, kind of over in this corner. Sorry, I had a little bit of a cat incident there. He's really just all riled up tonight. I don't know what his deal is. But anyway, so I'm going to position the antenna kind of like in this way, because that way I'm kind of like east, northeast with the way I'm pointing. So I should pick up the majority of the stations. Things down in like Bloomington, Indiana and stuff, obviously I won't get as well because that's kind of that way. Well, no, it's more that way really than anything. But yeah, So all that said, I need to put this thing together. So I think I'm actually going to do a video. And the reason I want to do that is, I'm going to show putting the antenna up in the attic, putting it together and all that stuff and whatnot, blah, blah, blah. But now that I'm running Windows 10, I no longer have the Windows Media Center software that I used to use when I had my HD Home Run Prime. So now I'm using HD Home Run Dual. So I still have dual tuners, and HD Home Run actually came out with some software. Unfortunately, you have to pay, I think, an annual fee to use the recording portion of it. But it does include like the channel guide, which you usually have to pay for monthly if you use something, outside of their software, something that's kind of, free. So anyway, the software works really well, and you can download it free if you don't use the DVR functionality, but you can use it as a DVR. So I'm probably going to set it up to like record to the FreeNAS box and do all that. I've been running it with the current antenna that I have right now, but I think I'm just going to kind of start over. So I'm going to wipe the software off the computer. I'm going to put the new antenna up, and then I'm going to go through the setup for setting up the HD Home Run Dual. I probably won't go over the hardware too much because it's literally like you plug in the network cable to it and screw in your coax from wherever your antenna is. That's pretty much it. Plug it into your network. Done. But then the software side of it, you got to configure, scan for channels, and then install the software. And in Windows 10, they actually have a piece of software in the App Store that you can use that's pretty decent. So if we're over the air, if you're a cord cutter, it's pretty handy. So hopefully this antenna works out a little bit better than the other one, and I can pick up pretty much my ultimate goal is to be able to get all of the local affiliate stations. So your CBS, NBC, ABC, Fox, and then like CW and stuff like that. So that's the goal. So we'll see. I'm going to do that. So Netflix is still down. I am actually surprised by this. It's been down for probably about a half an hour or so now. So I'm sure the engineers over there are pooping their pants trying to get this back up and running. So anyway, I posted on Tech Uploaded that rough Saturday for Netflix. But anyway, I was, talking about that HD Home Run Prime thing. I just figured I'd pull it up real quick and kind of show what's going on with the software. So yeah, anyway, I've got QVC up on here so I don't get slammed with, broadcasting something I shouldn't be. Wow, this sounds like a great laptop. Only 6 payments of $61.99. So anyway, this isn't very HD, but this is really loud too. Turn the volume down there. But yeah, you can see this works. I can use my remote for this as well. You can kind of jump between the different programs that are going to be on, and then you can actually set them to record. And then it actually shows how far into the program it is with that little bar on the bottom. So yeah, you can do quite a bit here. You can then go into recorded, and it shows basically what's going to be coming up and at what time. So that's pretty handy as well. And then you can just jump back out and go back into browsing your usual channels. We got the Fox News, so you can see that the channels are very, very clear. They are full HD coming in through the satellite. So yeah, semi catches fire on I-65. That's not good. So yeah, anyway, that's a quick tour of that, but it's super useful. And if you want to record something, it's it's really pretty intuitive, I have to say. And then if you have recorded something, then you can just go down here to your recorded list, and I just had it record a couple episodes of, I don't even remember what channel this was on, but Cops Reloaded and Most Shocking, and for some reason Eyewitness News Nightbeat. But, to play back a recording, you just click on the recording, and then it'll pull up the recording, and this was apparently a day when it was storming pretty bad. So, yeah, it's pretty simple to navigate the software here. And then as you can see, when I'm back to live again, I do have the option down here actually to record. So pretty handy. I actually enjoy it. It's not as nice as Windows Media Center, but can't have everything, can we, till you can? Why do you look so concerned? He's looking right at the camera. He's very worried about what that camera is. But anywho, having this functionality is good when Netflix goes down. It's good to have backups, right? Right? A little bit dark in here, huh? All right, let's brighten it up a little bit. There we go. Looks like it's gonna rain, and it has all day and nothing. No rain. We haven't had a significant rainfall now. I know this is riveting. For, I don't know, like 3 weeks, 2.5, 3 weeks, which I'm not complaining because that means I don't have to cut my grass as much, although it is getting a little bit due. As you can see, TU Vlogcat is hiding up on a shelf again. And someone asked, how does he get up there? He uses this, where I've got a combination of my vape gear and my computer stuff. So there's the tanks and then the processors, and yeah. More stuff down here, motherboards, Game Boy, TU Vlogcat! And two M5A99FX motherboards. One of those is in the Razer build that is now with Your Geeky Tipster, and then the other one is with my dad. So those have moved on to new homes. All right, so what I'm gonna do next is go ahead and take the Strix 1070 into the office because I am gonna do a review on this. I think I'm gonna do either the opening tonight or tomorrow, excuse me, to compare this to the processor or graphics card performance from the, why am I having trouble with words right now? The 970 and the 970 SLI. I still have all of those results, so I do want to kind of make the comparison between those two since I still have the 4790K system running. See right there, it's super blue with this camera. So while I still have this as the primary system for the next few days, I want to take advantage of that and put the 1070 in there, here comes the GAT, and kind of see how it stacks up against the 970 and the 970 SLI. And I think the 970 might have went up against the 780 maybe in that review. So anyway, I'll have all those numbers and then I can test this with the same settings, same components as the 970 video, which will be good. It'll give me a nice baseline and I'll already have some numbers to work with. So some of the benchmarks may be a little bit on the outdated side, but hey, they'll still be there. I've got my notes here for the base clock and everything for this. This is the Strix with a little bit less of an overclock on it. So the boost clock on this bad boy in OC mode is 1721 megahertz over the base clock of 1506, which is what the Founders Edition comes at. So the higher end version of this card, which is like another $30 or $40, I think boosts to like 1800, but I'm just gonna overclock it there, see if I can overclock it there myself because all the other components are pretty much the same. So yeah, that's that. I did figure out, I was confused doing the unboxing video for this because it says a $99 value. I missed that it says XSplit Gamecaster. You do get that for a year. That's the $99 value. Some other stuff. You're probably noticing that the video schedule has seemed to have slowed down. However, that is probably going to come to an end. I just put as of today, which is August 1st, my review schedule together. And there's quite a bit of stuff in here. So the Strix 1070, the X99 build, obviously, the Fractal Define S, Fractal Define Nano, Sound Blaster, whatever it's called, their internal sound card, the Home Theater PC build, and then Creative Labs is sending over, I think they might just be called Creative now. I still call them by their old name. They're sending over a headset, and then possibly what could be an interesting video would be a face-off between their EMU XM7 bookshelf speakers facing off against the Audio Engine A5 Plus that I already have. And then they may possibly send the X7 DAC, which is like their highest end DAC, to go up against the D1 Audio Engine setup versus that. I don't know, it's a video idea we're kind of kicking around. It could be interesting. It's a weird setup because I think the total price between the two is very close because the DAC on Creative side is more expensive than the DAC on Audio Engine side. However, it does do more, but I think the speakers are more expensive on the Audio Engine side and they may sound a little better. So what could be really interesting is what happens when you pair the Audio Engine speakers with the Creative DAC. Most expensive option, but could be interesting to see. The reason that X7 DAC would be more suitable for the Audio Engine speakers is the fact that it does have the RCA input and output on the DAC. So that's the important things. I need to be able to output the RCA to the Audio Engine speakers, which you couldn't do with the E5, which is sitting behind me. So that should be interesting. Other than that, that's pretty much where I'm at right now. Been watching Stranger Things today and just catching up on some sleep. Like I said, I've been having some insomnia issues, but I slept a really weird schedule today. That's why I'm thinking I may get started on this video tonight, just because I'll probably still be up. And yeah, so I may start on that tonight. And then as far as everything else goes, I believe, where do I have the X99 build slated to record on the 6th, assuming everything arrives, because I've still got to get the review done for the Define S and the Sound Blaster card. I need to get the full review for the Define S done before I do the build, and then the initial unboxing and overview for the Sound Blaster card, the internal one, before I actually put it in the build. So a lot of stuff going on here. That's part of, this is the behind the scenes of a small YouTube channel. This is by no means anything professional. But yeah, that's what goes into it. It just helps to be organized. I like to keep that running list for both C-Town Vapes, which is my other channel, which there's not a whole lot in that queue at the moment, and then Tech Uploaded. Tech Uploaded is definitely taking the forefront right now, mostly because things in the vaping side of the industry are getting really weird with the regulations that are getting ready to hit. So it's I'm kind of stepping back from it a little bit and letting that dust settle. There's a few things I'll be doing over there, but nothing like the schedule I have going on right now for Tech Uploaded, and I'm kind of making that the priority at this point in time. So yeah, that's it. I think I'm gonna go watch some more TV. If I end up doing this, I will definitely actually record the benchmarking session while I'm doing it with the 1070, because I have absolutely I really have very little to go on what to expect on this card. I know it's supposed to perform really well. I've seen benchmarks that have it beating the 980 and stuff like that, but I am really interested to see how this stacks up against the SLI performance and the SLI optimized titles up against the two 970s, because if you followed the other vlog, you know I sold one of the 970s and the other one is in the home theater PC. So I'm down to running, what am I running in this? 270, AMD 270, some cheap. It's one of the graphics cards from the budget gaming build. The AMD graphics card from the budget gaming build is in my system right now. So definitely not the highest end thing in there at the moment. So it'll be interesting to test that out. Then after that, that's kind of the last hurrah for the 4790K. It gets torn down and parts of it end up in the home theater PC, and other parts of it just, they move on to bigger and better things. All right, so we are benchmarking the GTX Asus Strix GTX 1070. And you can see here that using the, what is this even called? Like the GPU Boost 2 that comes with it. The maximum it will allow me to do the GPU boost is 1767 megahertz. However, if you look over here and you notice that maximum, 1949, yeah, that's where it's jumping to. So it's loading the second test now. So we'll see if it jumps to that same 1949 again in this test. Come on. There we go. And yes, 1949 megahertz, 1936. It is boosting like a mofo. So yeah, says it's going to go to 1767, boost to 1949. So yeah, that's interesting. Voltage. How much are we going over voltage? I don't even know what the voltage should be because I don't have that set. But anywho, the fan speed is, 1300-ish, 1400-ish. Not too bad. I can't really even hear it. The card itself is massive. It's really big. It's hard to really show here because the lighting's really awkward, but the card is huge in the computer case, and it does have this like glowing effect happening on it though. So, I just hit a button. What did I do? Did I do anything? I don't think so. Okay. I hit the menu button. Wasn't sure. So yeah, boosting really a lot further than I thought it was going to, except for in the physics test. I think we're at 139 megahertz right now in the physics test, according to the monitor. But it's getting ready to run the big beefy combined test. Now this is just Fire Strike. This isn't Fire Strike Extreme. You can see I've got all the different benchmarks that I did on the 970 written down here so I can make my notes as needed. So we're just waiting here for this one to load up. Now this usually kicks my computer's ass, so what are we at here? 36, 35, 32. I mean, it's pretty smooth compared to what it usually is. And yeah, we're boosting out back up again, boosting way up there. So it's interesting to see what the GPU clock's actually doing and what it's set to do. So I'm not sure. It did the same thing on the 970 where I would set it to one thing and it would boost to another, or it would boost higher than it said it was going to. Mystery Machine doesn't know what the hell's going on because it doesn't recognize the graphics card from when I actually went in here. So it's telling me there's a validation warning. But anyway, so we scored 1,467. So I'm curious where that lands me in comparison to where I was at. I thought I still had it open, I guess not. This PC. Let's go into the videos and find, here are all my videos that I've done. The benchmarks, and that was Firestrike. So let's see, 1,467. Let's see what the SLI setup got me. Oh, for God's sakes, Adobe. Enough with the updates. Okay. I haven't launched Illustrator in a while, and of course the Creative Cloud continues to update stuff, so okay, finally. So what did I say we scored? Like 1,400 and something? Now I don't remember it. Where was the, yeah, 1,467 was the score. And that is not much lower than the 970s did in SLI, and considerably higher than the 970 Superclock, and considerably higher than the 780 Ti. So I actually want to run that again. I am going to write down that benchmark result. And that was, let's see here. I know this is super exciting. Let me just, well, I'm actually going to have to close that because I don't want that to be eating up overhead when I rerun the test again. But that was 14,627. 14,627. All right, let's do it again. But this time, I'm going to go over here and I'm going to put it in gaming mode, which is what it ships out of the box as. And that's not putting really any boost other than the Asus boost on there, which boosts to 1683, but I'm willing to bet this is still going to jump higher than that. So let's go back to the benchmarks and let's do Firestrike, no demo, and we'll run it again. Now remember, last time it was max boosting at 1,949 megahertz on the clock. Now it should be at 1,683. And it's going up to 1,823, so it's still boosting pretty significant, 1,835. So yeah, not quite as far, but still higher than it said it was going to do. So I don't know what the deal is with that, but I mean, I'm not complaining. Pushing that card like to the hardcore limit doesn't really make that much of a difference because came in at 14,261. So, you know, we were only about, you know, not even 400 higher by overclocking it that extra little bit. But the fan and the card and everything seemed okay on the card doing the max overclock. So I just cranked it up, you know, all the way and, you know, said screw it. If you do OC mode, I think that comes pretty close to, you know, it's 1721. I've got it at 1767. I mean, I don't think it's not that far off. I basically took the dials and cranked them all the way up. So yeah, not making a huge difference. I don't think you're really going to notice it in the real world. But the thing that is noticeable is the, let me get over here. Wow, this is really not the easiest thing to use. Temperatures. So here's the thing to note. Even with this thing like max overclock, because remember, this is taking the history of everything I've done since I've had it open. I hit 61, and you know, we were in the 50s running this last run. We peaked at 61 right there. So, you know, okay, that's where it hit 61, was actually in that last benchmark run. So that's nice and cool, you know, in comparison. And Fan speeds have been, pretty low. I really have barely even heard the card fire up, to be honest with you, although I have been talking. And then obviously the boost clock has been going kind of nuts. So yeah, there you go. I don't really know that it's totally necessary to spend that extra huge amount of money for, I mean, it's not a huge amount of money. I don't know why I'm being so dramatic, but $30 on top of the already bumped MSRP of a 1070 is significant, because now you're talking like $60 over what this thing should be costing if it didn't have any of the bells and whistles on it. Now granted, with Asus you are paying because they've made some changes to the PCB and some of the components and obviously the cooling and all that stuff, but I don't think it's worth paying that extra premium for the extra boost on the overclock, because just looking at this, it's not really making a huge difference. And I've seen some other reviews already of people overclocking these 1070s and even the 1080s, and they're saying like it does make a small difference, but it's not making a huge difference. Whereas my 1070, or not 1070, my 970, when I overclocked it, it went up like 1,000 or 2,000. It was like a pretty big jump in the Firestrike score. So that was more significant. They seem to have these 10 series cards pretty well tweaked, I think, just kind of coming out of the box. So, the aftermarket cooling and stuff like that, I think it's really just for that. If you want to have the card be a little quieter, you want to have a different look, you want to be able to get a little bit more of an overclock, then yeah, you're going to be able to do that. Anyway, I'm going to finish up with these benchmarks, and I'm down to one episode left on Netflix, Stranger Things, whatever the heck it's called. So I'm going to finish that tonight. Probably have really messed up dreams too. Although it's already 12:30, I will probably be up pretty late. I do have a work-related function Wednesday pretty early in the morning, so I'm going to have to get to sleep at a decent hour tomorrow, which is going to be hard because I'm not used to doing that. But anyway, okay, benchmark time. Okay, 52% processing, and it's 9:40 at night. And just as a frame of reference, I started uploading this video at probably 5 something. So it's a long process to get these videos up sometimes. The upload itself only took about 40 minutes, but YouTube's processing just kills you sometimes. Hours. And the sad part is after it gets done processing and it says that it's ready to publish, it's not. It's a couple of hours away before the actual high definition version of it processes through. So I always like to try to do videos, get them up at least a day or two before I actually publish them. For example, right now I have the X99 build unboxing extravaganza video that's been up. It's been uploaded since like yesterday or the day before, and I just haven't published it yet. I'll be publishing it tomorrow because I just published a video yesterday. I try to kind of stagger them. I have a lot of content coming up, like I said earlier in the video, so I'm kind of trying to space things out as evenly as I can. And then I need to do the TU vlogs on a more regular basis. And the thing that made me realize this, it's going to get really dark. I apologize. I live in a dark house. I just keep it dark in here for some reason. I need to turn this lamp on since it's nighttime now. Me and my late schedule, it's always dark in here. I've been following David DeFranco for a long time. A lot of you in the beginning of this channel came over here because of him. There was a thing that he did, and I can't remember what the deal was. It was like, I think it was when he was trying to get his Mac Pro. He had like a campaign or something, and anyway, I donated something for it, and then he shouted out the channel, and that's like how I think I got my first like 500 subscribers. But anyway, I'm watching his video today because he's doing daily vlogs now. So props to you, David. I have to say, props to you for coming up with enough content. As you can see, his first daily vlog, it's 23 minutes long. Now, that's no small feat to have a 23-minute long vlog when you do it daily. I mean, I suppose I could ramble on for 25 minutes a day if I wanted to, but I don't know how interesting it would be. Although I don't know why anybody watches the TU vlog, so I guess I don't know. But yeah, that's going to be a challenge. I'm interested as a content creator myself to see how this goes for him over the next month, doing these vlogs every day, because I understand it's not just recording the content. You've got to edit the content, then you've got to actually output it. The computer has to process it into a video. Then you have to upload that video to YouTube, and then you have to wait for YouTube to process it. Then you have to put a description and a title and tags, and you gotta come up with a thumbnail. It's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of steps involved, and to do that every day on top of the content he's already doing, I'm impressed. I gotta say, I'm impressed. So I think I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna finish watching this daily vlog. There's not much left in it. And then kind of just keep an eye on this video upload. Then I'll have 2 things in the queue. Hopefully the stuff from Fractal will be here tomorrow, and I can get one of those case reviews done. I need to do the Fractal Design Define S or whatever it is, because I need to get that video, I need to get that review video done so I can do the build. This build needs to finish, it needs to be done. The 4790K is ready to go. It is ready to be decommissioned and taken apart and have the parts put back in their boxes. I still have all the boxes for the parts. So then I can do the home theater PC rebuild. And that actually has me more nervous than actually doing that computer, because I use my home theater PC all the time. It's like my daily driver, you know, for watching Netflix and watching YouTube. And just when I'm reading a lot of emails or browsing Facebook, I mean, it's my family room PC. I use it constantly. So I'm a little bit nervous about redoing that one. I'm not gonna lie. That one can't go poorly, because I will probably freak out. So, yeah. But that's why I'm upgrading it, because I do use it so much. I think it is money well spent. So, anyway. That's what I got going on now. Who knows what the night will bring. To you, Vlogcat. Being cranky and running around the house last night like a madman. That's what you were doing. What picture has Windows picked out? Come on, Windows. It's not winter yet. So I am going to publish this video right now, actually. So let's go ahead and get into the YouTubes. I'll do that. Willie's sneezing like a mofo. I probably kicked him in the face. And let's see here. I am in as tech uploaded. Let's go to the video manager. And lost 2 subscribers since last night. Let's see here, X99 build unboxing extravaganza. There is the video, it is up, it is ready, it is officially live. 5 views already, really? I guarantee you within a couple of minutes that there will be a dislike on this video. But what I am gonna do is share it on Twitter as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and then I'll be right back. Called that one, didn't I? We do have somebody that is first. From 12 seconds ago, and I'm gonna give them a thumbs up for being first. Popcorn chicken. Picked up some of this at Meijer. I stopped in there to get some stuff while I was on my way back. 7 ounces of popcorn chicken. Pop this open, see how this is. Kind of gross now because it's been a while. It's $1.99 chicken. I need some sauce. But what I'm gonna do, I'm changing out of this, because this is uncomfortable. I'm gonna enjoy my chicken, and then I'm gonna watch some TV. Got TV Vlogcat's attention. All I have to do is point the camera at him, and he comes. You are a camera whore, man. Look at you. So it is Thursday, and it's laundry day. Yes, it is. You know how you know it's laundry day? When I'm wearing the tie-dye shirt. That's always my laundry day shirt. So if I have had to resort to wearing the tie-dye shirt, then I know that it is indeed laundry day. So that's getting a little scratched up. Still waiting on the case to arrive to do the X99 build. So still on hold. The upset video for the 1070 should be posting tomorrow. It'll already be up as you're watching this, because I'm gonna end this vlog on Saturday. Today is Thursday. So a couple more days, it'll be a super long vlog. I'm gonna try to start doing these weekly instead of bi-weekly, but I did have that week that I took off where I just kind of disconnected from everything and regrouped, and I had some other work that I was doing, some side projects, and I just kind of focused on those and then kind of got back into it. So yeah, laundry day, very exciting stuff. I'm also perusing the ads. I'm getting old. I'm getting like my grandma, you know, like when I remember as a kid being at grandma's house, and it was like the Sunday paper, and the flyers would come out with all the coupons. And, you know, grandma would be sipping her coffee and going through all the coupons. Here is my, work binder, all the good stuff in there. This thing's pretty handy because it actually has an area to hold your iPad as well. There's a random cord down here, box cutter for when stuff comes in. One cat on the counter. And then you also know it's laundry day when you've got like socks on the floor. And you've got a random shirt. Stuff like that. Check out my closet. Yeah, really need to do something about my closet. All of this stuff is like ripped shirts or stained shirts or things that just need to go. That's like a broken suitcase. It's just, yeah. Although I do have Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time like jacket thing. Have ye what it takes. Only for Nintendo 64. This was like the promotional item that was out at the time. I think Walmart had this. Like they had associates wearing it maybe. When The Legend of Zelda was coming out, the Ocarina of Time, and I have one. So I have that along with my Menards, which is a hardware store, Ask Me for Help vest. But anywho, I need to grab the laundry. Here are my actual organized clothing. I've got my ties, my belts of various colors and types, and I do get OCD about how they sit. So like this belt has to be under that belt. I know. Lots of pants, because that's what kind of job I work when I'm actually out and about. T-shirts, and then collared shirts like no tomorrow. Lots and lots of collared shirts, and lots of like sport coats, jackets, things like that. So there you go, that's my laundry. So let's do this. Oh, here you go. He's gonna barf. I hope you weren't eating during that portion of the TU vlog. That was gross. But that comes with owning a cat. So first thing to do in that situation, grab a paper towel and place it over the situation. And just kind of let things cool down a little bit. You don't want to clean that stuff up when it's hot. But that is the beauty of having wood floors, is it makes cleaning that up super easy. When I had carpet, it was like, you had to scrub, and it would get stained, and it was always an issue. So, wood floors, quick spritz of the cleaner, and you're done. Hey, look at that, I found somewhere to set the camera finally. I just need to make sure I don't rock the desk too much, or it's gonna fall. Ordered some stuff, finishing up the laundry, cleaned up the cat puke, so it's fun. And one of the things about this room, and I'm sure you can definitely hear it right now, with the camera built into this Sony, just point and shoot with the pretty crappy microphone. Excuse me. If I really heard it there, is the echo. This room is hardwood floors with, obviously a hard desk, really nothing on the wall besides these two photos behind me. So I decided to actually order some of those foam sound dampening cubes. I actually got 12 of them. So I'm going to put them on this back wall over here and put some over here as well. And hopefully that should help with some of the audio issues. I might even have to put some here. I don't know. I got one picture over there too. Then I might have to relocate to try to get some of the echo down in this room, because I do a lot of recording in here for, excuse me, kind of phlegmy today. I apologize. My allergies have been bad. For not just this channel, but for the other channel as well. And I also have the webcam in here for when I go to do like any kind of a live, stream kind of thing. So I definitely need to get the echo down in here. So I did order that, so that is good. And then I actually got a boom mic tripod. I got a Audio-Technica shotgun mic. I kind of went between that, like a super cardioid or something along those lines, but that was going to be significantly more expensive to go that route, so I went with the shotgun mic. That was kind of like shotgun-ish. It wasn't as shotgunny, if that's a word, as some of the other ones. I did some research, so this one seems to kind of fall in the middle, pardon my email, kind of between, going with like a cardioid style and going with the shotgun. So hopefully that'll allow me to not have to have the lavalier mic clipped to me all the time when I'm doing some clips, because with a t-shirt it falls and it's kind of difficult and it's hard. And when I'm doing the build videos especially, not being tethered to the shotgun mic, or not the shotgun, but the lavalier mic is really handy because the cord is an issue for one thing, but where it mounts, especially on my shirt when I'm wearing a t-shirt, if I'm bending down like this to do work in the computer, I can actually hit the mic and then it generates noise from me hitting the microphone. So having something that I could just like have like kind of just off frame, I think will be helpful. There's another tripod to have to contend with, but you know, it's better than, you know, having the wire and everything else to deal with, because I am moving around a lot, especially when I'm doing the build videos. And just for videos when I'm sitting and talking, not having the microphone in the frame, it will be nice. And then for videos where I don't mind having my AKG mic in the video, I actually got one of those flexible desk mount arms for the AKG mic that I can use as well, so that it's not sitting on the desk, so when I hit the desk I'm not introducing noise into the microphone. It will be up on a stand, so, or up on a, you know, an arm. So that'll be nice. Thankfully Amazon had all of it pretty cheap. The microphone was the most expensive thing, I think at like $160, but the tripod was like $20 for the shotgun mic arm, and then the desk arm I think was like $25 or $30, and then the foam cubes I got on eBay for like $20 for a pack of 12. So yeah, hopefully that should help things quite a bit. I did get an Asus H97 or yeah H97 micro ITX or no mini ITX. I always get micro ATX and mini ITX mixed up in my head, but the mini ITX board. What board was that? Let me see if I can pull it up on my Amazon for the home theater PC build, so I can use my 4790K. I have a micro ATX board, but that's not going to fit in the Fractal case that I'm going to be using, so I had to go with something different. So let's see here. I went with the Asus Mini ITX H97i Plus. So that board hopefully should work out well. There's not a huge amount of options out there for the Mini ITX boards to use. There was one by ASRock, and I think MSI had one, and then there was the Asus board, and the Asus board had the best scores. So yeah, and I was wrong. The desk arm was $13. And then the stand, the flexible microphone tripod stand was $27. And then I did get a mini tripod just for the podcasting that I can actually use to hold the microphone or the camera and then set the camera down different places, kind of like I'm doing now using my monitor for the TU vlog. So pretty exciting. Should have some good stuff coming to hopefully kind of up the quality of the channel a little bit. Still using the 70D as my primary driver, and I'm fine with that. It's a good camera. The 80D is out now, but I don't know how much it really adds to what the 70D does. Someday I would like to eventually get a second camera so I could have two camera angles going at once, but that is a pricey investment and not something I see happening in the immediate future. So yeah. Hopefully the laundry should be dry. It ran through a cycle and said it was done, and then it was still wet. So that's no fun. So anywho, I'm going to go do that, but I just wanted to document that before I forgot, because, excuse me, I'm pretty bad about doing that. And the mail should be here soon, and I'm really hoping that my FedEx delivery comes today with some of the stuff from Fractal, so I can get those videos done, because until I get the video done for the Defiant S, I can't actually start the X99 build. So I'm kind of, I'm in a holding pattern for that one last particular piece of the puzzle. So yeah, still waiting. So hopefully it comes today. Well, it's starting to cloud up outside, and I think it might actually rain. There's a pretty good chance that we might get something finally. My allergies are absolutely terrible, and here's why. I got motivated after I recorded the clip earlier. I finally decided to clean out the closet, and boy did it make a difference. There it is now, look at that. So much more room in here. All of that crap cleaned out, the shoes are moved over. Focus, camera. So everything's over there, so now I can actually walk into the closet. It's amazing. So yeah, So that's what a little bit of motivation will do. But I'll tell you what, it got my allergies fired up. I need to vacuum in here. There's lots of stuff on the floor and a bunch of other stuff and some insulation because the entrance to the attic is right up there. So that tends to rain down that blown-in insulation whenever I open it. But yeah, got a storage crate with a bunch of stuff from my childhood up there. And then my suitcases and my suit roller and a pillow and a big cowboy hat. So yeah, got motivated, decided to clean, and it feels good, but it's been an hour. I've taken a Claritin. I think I sneezed at least 70 times, and that's not an exaggeration. I mean, it was crazy. I think I pulled the muscles just from sneezing, but I think I can hear some thunderclaps in the distance, so it might actually rain. I'm going over to my parents' house tonight, actually, for dinner. Just got the email from my mom that they're having breakfast for dinner, so that should be good. But yeah, I'm actually still out of breath just from sneezing so much and blowing my nose and all that stuff. So yeah, productivity for the win. So I'm going to watch a little bit of Netflix for the next half an hour or so and then head over for some free eats. Oh yeah. And the cat's in his usual spot. Well, TGIF, happy Friday. Even though when you're watching this, it won't be Friday. But hey, it's Friday for me, and it's afternoon. So had some breakfast, eggs, a bagel, some barbecue potato chips because I was too lazy to make hash browns. But anyway, finally, I got what I needed for getting the X99 Broadwell E build done. And the home theater PC build at that. Home theater PC, Define Nano S, and Define S for the actual X99 build. Looks like these are the window editions of these cases. This one says windowed side panel edition. We have got both of the cases finally, so it's time to move these into the review spot. This box is a little beat up, but I think the case should be okay. I can feel the foam, it feels intact, and I think there's just the case in there. It looks like. Maybe. Is there another box? Is there a box within a box? I don't think there is. Yep, just the case sitting in there. But upon inspection, everything looks to be intact. Case feels good. Side panels feel good. Yeah, we're ready. All right, well, it's become the land of computer cases over here, that's for sure. So we've got the Define S, the Define Nano S, the Air 540, which I don't think is ever going to get a build, and then the Noctis 450. And of course, the motherboard, the graphics card still in the office from the benchmarking video. So yeah, we're pretty much ready to rock at this point. We have everything. So the plan is to do the review and overview of the case tomorrow. I want to get that video done tomorrow, and then immediately get started on the build early next week, like Sunday, maybe Monday. And hopefully I'll be able to get the build done, all of it done, just one day, and then have the next day for editing, compressing, and upload, and that kind of stuff. So yeah, building up to this. Been building up to this since brought to you back. So looking forward to finally getting this done, and just glad everything's here. Big thanks to Fractal for supplying the cases for both of these upcoming projects. Once the 4790K build is deconstructed, I'll put everything back into boxes, have it ready to go to do the new home theater PC build, and then we should be good to go. I swear the T-Vlogcat knows the sound of the camera's record button, because as soon as I sat down here and hit that button, I heard him jump down from the window and come over. Anyway, just want to record a video, real talk. You know, people said in the last vlog, I enjoy you talking about technology, but I also just enjoy hearing your thoughts on stuff. So, and there he is. He thinks someone's here because I'm talking to the camera. Which I guess to a cat, this doesn't really make sense what I'm doing. But anyway, I've been chatting online with a couple of people. One person in particular, I won't say who. Willie, come on. Sorry, man. And just kind of talking about, you know, YouTube and life and jobs and stresses, and now I'm getting an incoming video call. Hang on a minute. Okay, mistaken press. But anywho, just kind of talking about all that stuff and, you know, having a deep conversation. And it occurred to me that this is a conversation I wouldn't be having if it wasn't for YouTube. I wouldn't know this person if it wasn't for YouTube. And, you know, with all the haters and the trolls and all the stresses and things that come with, you know, having a channel and things like that, it is really nice to be able to, you know, make real friendships and have real conversations and, you know, have certain people that you really get to know one-on-one and be able to kind of talk about things and share things that you wouldn't really share, you know, just on the channel or with you know, people that you don't really know. And, you know, to anybody that's just starting a YouTube channel, it doesn't matter how small your channel is. You can make really, really close friendships, and that's cool when that happens. So, yeah, I just, you know, I kind of wanted to get deep there and kind of share that because it's really nice just to be able to, you know, sometimes have these kind of think tank conversations almost, and, you know, just share and that kind of thing. And I thank YouTube for that. That's one thing that has been a really nice, sorry for the background noise, a nice, you know, benefit to having a channel. So embrace that if you're just starting having a YouTube channel, or, you know, anybody who has a channel knows what I'm talking about. It's cool. It's one of the coolest things about YouTube. And, you know, some people think, oh, it's got to be, you know, the best thing must be getting, you know, review samples and being able to build computers or, you know, do whatever. It's not that. It's the connections you make with people, the personal connections and the support and the community and that whole feeling that really makes it worthwhile. And that's what makes it worth doing at the end of the day. You know, and that's why I do it. I do this because it's fun. And there's been a conversation going on to, you know, talking about people that make YouTube a career versus, you know, having YouTube as a hobby. And right now I just enjoy having YouTube as a hobby, and, you know, having it as a career, I could see where the stresses and, you know, that would come in. But right now I'm just really enjoying having this channel and having you guys here and being able to share what I enjoy doing with all of you, and making some of the connections that I've made, and just being able to do the TU vlog and just share this kind of stuff. It means a lot. So there's my my Friday deep thoughts with Chris moment there for you. And now TU Vlogcat. TU Vlogcat. TU Vlogcat. What you looking at? Okay, it's about 11 o'clock, so I think it's a good time to go to the grocery store. You know how I do. Late night grocery shopping. That's my thing. I don't know why. It's kind of dark in here. You turn on the light. But yeah, the late night grocery shop. It's just, or food shopping, I believe as other people call it in different places around the United States. I like to go late because there's not as many people. Although it is a Friday, and strangely enough, I'm not the only one apparently that makes a thing out of a Friday night grocery shopping experience. So sometimes it is a little bit busier on Friday. The cat's here. But yeah, there's just less people. The only bad thing is they tend to be restocking because it is a 24-hour store. But I can get in and out of there quickly, which is good. Can't stand when it's super crowded in the grocery store. And it's kind of like driving. Like, people don't understand the rules of the road inside of a shopping experience. So, you know, it needs to be everybody just like, you know, right goes one way, left goes the other. Don't stop in the aisle. Don't block the traffic. Don't stand there and talk to a friend side by side. That drives me crazy. Then everybody gets backed up and it's a whole thing. You don't have to worry about that when it's late because there's nobody around. So, yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'm antisocial. The cat thinks I'm antisocial. You think I'm antisocial? Well, you're being kind of antisocial right now. Food haul! Okay, what do we got here? Well, let's see. Pure excitement. Are you ready? All right. Country Crock. 50% more than 15-ounce tub. Because, you know, you can never have enough margarine or butter, whatever. Got some Margaritaville salsa. I wish they had hot, but they never do. They had medium. On sale. Why not? Calm down. Got some Pepto-Bismol in case my tum-tum gets upset. And then a couple of some Gatorades because they were also on sale. And then chips, because gotta have chips. Also on sale, Mesquite Barbecue. Generics, but good. And then for $1, I had to get some butter flavored popcorn, puffcorn, whatever. Yeah, it's Holis popcorn snack, which means it's 100% fake. And this is the potato sack. Potatoes, 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 and most importantly, thick cut bacon. That's right. I went all out. And look at that. That's a nice strip of bacon right there too. Not too much fat on it. Oh yeah, that's gonna be nice in the morning. And then, hash browns. Extra crispy rounds. And to finish it off with class, if I can get it out, boom, extra crispy shoestring fries. Woo, potatoes. So tomorrow morning, it's gonna be a feast. And by tomorrow morning, I probably mean tomorrow afternoon, especially because it's Saturday. But it's gonna be thick cut bacon, 2 eggs, a bagel, some hash browns. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be so good. Oh yeah, the only thing missing is pancakes, but I couldn't be bothered with pancakes. Ain't nobody got time for that. I already got enough things happening. So, I gotta put this stuff away because it's still like 80 some degrees outside and super humid. So everything's starting to sweat. So I need to put it in the freezer and get everything ready for tomorrow morning. Except for the bacon. Can't freeze the bacon, gotta have that ready to go. Alright, so my tum-tum's been a little sour today. I think it's because I ate a little too much sausage and pasta yesterday. So, reading the directions for the old generic stomach relief. Here you go. Shake well before use. For accurate dosing, use cup. So I've got the cup. Don't mess up my cup, Willie. Adults and children 12 years and over, 1 dose is 2 tablespoons or 30 milliliters every half an hour to 1 hour. Now you can take a crap ton of this, no pun intended, in 1 day. Do not exceed 16 tablespoons or 240 milliliters. 240 milliliters of this stuff. There's only 354 in the container, so you can go wild on this in 24 hours. Now it gets real. It's getting real. Use until diarrhea stops, but do not use more than 2 days. Hey, if you get diarrhea for more than 2 days, you gotta go see somebody about that. That's a problem. Drink plenty of clear fluids to help prevent dehydration caused by diarrhea. Gets graphic on this. I don't have that, just so you know. A little TMI for you, but just that's, you know, a little sour, you know what I mean? So, wow, getting a dirty look from the cat. Very dirty. So yeah, there you go. Just thought I'd share that lovely rendition of directions for you. All right, so I don't have high hopes for this, but it was only $1, so I'm gonna give it a shot. I really need to get a tripod. I have a tripod on order I have a tripod on order for this, by the way, so this won't be an issue soon. Smells kind of weird. Yeah, I don't know about this. All right. Puffcorn. You know what it tastes like? A packing peanut. If you put a teeny bit of salt and butter flavor on it. And yes, I have chewed on a packing peanut before. I was a kid once. I don't know, I kind of like it though. Am I weird? Okay, so for $1, it's not terrible. I'm not gonna lie. It's not very good, but I keep eating it. It's probably terrible for you. Ooh, that's a real buttery piece. Oh yeah, it's awful for you. 15 grams of fat. Facebook! You get back to my Facebook chat. Chatting with the long time tech uploaded subscriber and good friend. Those words were subscriber and good friend, by the way, in case you didn't make that out. Anyway. All right, so Puffcorn was not so great, but I'll eat it. What can I say? It's flavored like butter. I'm gonna eat it. That's all there is to it. So, yeah, it's now 12:30. I think it might be time for some Tomb Raiding. The cat agrees. It's Rise of the Tomb Raider time. Uh-oh, Puffcorn's fighting back. That's why I got that Pepto. It's like Discovery Channel in here. By the way, my fan is out here, and I've got my bed setup going right now because I've been sleeping on the couch for the last few days. I'm just changing things up a bit. I've been up late watching movies and just kind of been having, you know, like a kind of sleepover at my own house kind of situation. But I've just been dozing off watching movies, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to bring the blanket out here, get the fan, get a little sleepy action going on the couch. The cat hangs out here with me. It's kind of enjoyable, right? He's loving it. He's got a scratching post right there. He just chills. I'll have my head right here. I'm sleeping, just chilling, and then he'll be right here, just chilling right next to me. He's loving it. He's loving it. You can see the LED lights. Ooh, they look kind of cool. The can lights and then the LED lights like that. That's kind of cool looking. But yeah, I got these bad boys. So that gives me some light. And you can kind of see the refresh rate from the LEDs there. They get pretty darn bright if I turn them up all the way. I don't know if I've shown that yet. But the problem is the receiver for this is like in that corner. So it's hard for the remote to actually pick up on it. You really like the camera. So getting this to change settings is a little bit difficult. So one of these days I'll show it, I guess. Maybe next time I have to get out the ladder, because when I'm on the ladder, it's easier to do. Should look pretty blue right now. I doubt I'm even in focus. Anyway, the vlog is almost over. I'm sure it's been extraordinarily long because it's been many weeks that I've been doing it. And the cat's really putting on a show here. Since the last one, so there's a lot of footage, if you will. I'm gonna try to do these more regularly, like I said earlier in the vlog, so that these aren't quite as long, because anybody who makes it to the end of this vlog, I might leave like a phrase to leave in the comments if you get all the way to the end of this, because I'm kind of curious how many people are gonna get that far, because this is gonna be a long one. Okay, so it is Saturday afternoon, and it is the last day of this TU vlog, so it's time to open up some mail. That's right, got some stuff from Amazon. So yeah, I gotta bust this out. I'm hoping the first thing I open is going to be something that will help make this unboxing easier. So I'm gonna get my little knife here and just go ahead and cut into this and open it up, and yes, there is what I was hoping I would find in this box first, and that is the Manfrotto basically Pixie Mini tripod, and this should make life a lot easier. So I'm actually going to open this up, which is going to be not pleasant based on the packaging style. So as you can see, it's just a small little tripod, and it's nice because I can hold it like this if I want to just, you know, have the camera be a little bit more steady, which I'm going to be doing a lot more, I'm sure. And then it folds, you know, all the way open, so you can go, you know, fairly low, or you can adjust it and set it so that it's setting a little bit higher. It's got just enough resistance to be able to kind of pull that off. All right, now we got a tripod. Now we're legitimate. We're legit. Too legit to quit. Sorry, that was probably copyright. Anybody who knows that from when it was popular is about my age. The next thing in the box, is I decided to actually upgrade my microphone technology situation. I mentioned it earlier, and I decided to go with this particular shotgun mic because I felt that it would be kind of well-rounded for if I'm indoors or outdoors. It seemed like it was kind of towards like the cardio style, but not as shotgunny as some shotgun mics. So this is the Audio Technica, and does it say, it's the AT875R. And yeah, so not a whole lot as far as weight is concerned in this package. So I'm just gonna open this up, and it's got the purchase registration card, some of the information, all that good stuff. And then in the box is just your usual customary basic packaging. It does come with this nice little pouch, so that's cool. Let's see what's in here. You've got the mount adapter for tripods, which is good because I did order a tripod, which we'll look at in a minute. It has some O-rings in there, and then it has this little adapter to go from the big kind of mounting system to the smaller one, depending on what kind of tripod you may have. Like this small tripod would need to be adapted down to the smaller size. So that's cool, got that in there. And then you have the microphone itself, which is very lightweight, which is good, so it's not gonna pull down on the tripod. This is XLR. This does require phantom power, which is not a problem since I use a field recorder, but being able to have this just like off camera and recording me is gonna be so much easier than having a lavalier clipped to me all the time, like I mentioned earlier, especially during build videos and things of that nature. So taking off the windscreen, you can see it's just you know, pretty basic looking shotgun mic. You got a little bit of a pickup here on the side, and then obviously the directional mic on the front. And then it does have this nice cover on it. So there you go. I'm looking forward to trying that out. That will be a thing I do later today because I am doing B-roll and voiceover for the Fractal Define S, so I can get that video published tomorrow. So TU vlog will go up Monday, case video will go up tomorrow, so it should beat this vlog actually to publishing. Let's see, what else? Aha, bigger box now. So I'm gonna go ahead and open this bad boy up, see what's in here. I don't actually remember everything that I got, so I know that there is a desk arm, and I'm guessing that's what this may be, because I wanted to get that for my other microphone. Trying not to knock the camera over. Oh yeah, and then I did order a motherboard. Wow, Amazon really was just like, well, we're not really sure what to do with the box on this one, so we're just gonna put a lot of bubble wrap in it. And that's what they did, so yeah, bubble wrap. Ooh, they really packed in there too. So, excuse me. Here is the H71i Plus. So this is a mini ITX board that I got to use in the home theater PC build because the Define Nano S sitting right behind me there is designed for a mini ITX board. And as you can see, it's nice and mini. So it should work just fine. Got the PCI Express slot down there, which I'll need. A couple of expansion slots for storage. Memory slots. This will take my 4790K just fine. It won't overclock because it's an H-class board, but that's fine. Being in a home theater PC, I wasn't planning on overclocking it anyway, but I will gain some nice clock speed out of that GPU versus the one that I'm using now, which is the Xeon. The Xeon will move on to its own build. Ooh, oven's preheated. Almost time to get breakfast started, which is more like lunch. Let's see what else comes in here. Not a whole lot. A couple of SATA cables, the back plate, which is very basic, and then the manual and drivers. So very straightforward, simple motherboard, designed pretty much exactly for what I am doing with it. This is the professional recording microphone stand for my desk. So now I won't have the microphone sitting on the desk. This will be good for not only this channel, but also for the vape channel as well, because you can kind of see what it looks like there. I don't know if it's going to focus on it or not, but having that microphone elevated off the desk will actually make quite a difference in not having bumps and sounds and things like that. And then this is really, really boring, but I'll show it anyway. It's just thumbtacks. So yeah, I got thumbtacks so I can actually secure the foam to the walls because I did order that sound dampening foam as well. That's just not here yet. So the last thing to look at that I got is the tripod, and I am going to have to take the camera with me for that one. This thing should be the microphone stand, in theory. In theory. It's got that hard to open tape on it with the string. Okay. And out she comes. And there you go. Put that back in there. Get that out. I'm making a mess. Okay, the Pro microphone stands. First-rate product from China. So, taking a look at this. It is, okay, they wrapped it shut with the knot. Get through that pretty easily. Okay, this is much more substantial than I anticipated it would be, actually. Pretty beefy. It's got, all right, let's go ahead and, I'm not really sure here. Let's see. Probably gonna have to scoot that part up or it's gonna hit the floor, I would think. All right. All right, cool. Yep, now that comes up. Oh, we're getting somewhere now. Boom, look at that. All right, now we're gonna need the little adapter I was talking about earlier because it's the smaller screw style. So I will screw the adapter in. All right, and then in theory, I should be able to just stick this on the end and kind of turn it how I want it. Then this should be able to tighten up on it. Looks like it does. All right, and there we go. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and try this with the audio from the camera, switching over now to the audio from the shotgun mic. So this should sound, in theory, significantly better than the audio that I'm getting out of the point and shoot camera, obviously. Now, what would be really great is if I could be stepping back further, still have the mic pointing at me, and while I may be picking up some echo, hopefully have audio that is still somewhat clear, because if the microphone could be that far away from me and hopefully not be in the frame when I'm doing the computer builds and stuff, that would be great. And if I could really get like back here, you know, or even this far away and be able to talk and just pick up a little bit of the room echo, that would be fantastic. But, you know, when I'm this close, this is going to be really great for hopefully being able to do, you know, videos and stuff in the office. We'll see how this performs versus the AKG that I have. But this is kind of the idea, is to be able to have a microphone that I can have just off of the screen that's not clipped to me, so that my audio can be better and not be tied down with all those wires. So anyway, the camera's battery is about to die. I'm hungry, so I'm gonna start charging the camera so I can show you my breakfast. Lunch. It's 4 o'clock. It's almost dinner. I worked a lot, okay? I got up. Granted, I did sleep till like 11, but then I got up today and I crushed it today. I did a bunch of work. I sent a ton of emails, got some stuff done for some clients, just did a whole bunch of different stuff, wrote a script for the Define S, and I'm trying to get better about actually writing scripts for the reviews. I want to get more profesh, you know what I mean? Especially when the reviewer or the company sends like reviewer documents. That really helps a lot. So I'm going to try to get better about doing that and really taking advantage of those documents when I have them, so that it kind of gives me a checklist of things to make sure that I hit when I'm actually doing the review. So anywho, I've got my bud hitting me up over here on Facebook, so I'm going to do that and get breakfast started, just kind of get the day rolling. I do need to clean up a little bit around here. The house is starting to turn back into what it was when I was doing Tech Uploaded, and honestly, that is just tech crap everywhere, and that's a good thing. I love it. I love looking around, and everywhere I look, there's some piece of technology I can just look and go, oh, look. Hey, it's a motherboard. Oh, look. It's another motherboard. There's just motherboards everywhere. That's my thing. I like that. Anywho, gonna make breakfast, but that was just an audio test, so now you're spoiled, and then the rest of this clip and this vlog is gonna sound like crap again. But, you know, if this sounded good, then we're on to something. All right, so here is the aftermath of the B-roll footage for the Fractal Define S. Yes, so reflective. You can see me, hello, in the reflection. Went well, I think. Got lots of good footage. I'm having to climb around the chairs. Getting these things off were a little bit interesting, or was a little bit interesting, but other than that, everything went well. The side panel, listen to that. Thud, thud, thud. That's what it should sound like. Not that. That versus that. Big difference. So, Fractal delivering once again with a quality product. This part's a little chintzy because it's meant to be removed, but the under part is basically this material. The only downside is there is no filter at the top for dust, but you're probably going to be exhausting from that one anyway. So yeah, you can see all the chairs in the background there and the camera set up and all the boxes. So definitely getting Tech Uploady again in here. Got motherboard boxes and everything, and then random candles and vape stuff and recording gear and random microphone over by the window silhouetted there. So what I'm off to do now is install the arm onto the desk for the microphone in the office. So as soon as that's done, I'll show you how that turned out. Could be interesting to figure this one out. I don't know where I'm going to put it yet. Got to decide. Alright, so I just finished recording the B-roll script that I basically had written myself for the Define S, and I put the new arm to work, and it worked out pretty well. I just kind of pulled it over and, you know, set it how I needed it, and just did my thing. It was really nice, just being able to have the microphone right there, not on the desk, not having to worry about too much sound coming through, and then when I'm done, I just kind of move it up out of the way. Kind of hard to do one-handed, but scoot it up and put it over here. And now it just chills out of the way and I can do my thing. So yeah, worked out really, really well. Cleared out a little bit of space on my desk. I did have this sitting there, so now I can get rid of this and move that somewhere else. I've got a little more room to work with, so that is always a good thing. So yeah, now it's just time to actually record the video itself. Yeah, once that's done, the Define S video has been recorded. Just got to edit and upload and then get the TU vlog up, and there's a cat hair on the camera. And once all that's done, the next video to hit, the next video to go up is going to be the Build X99. So 4790K, your days are numbered. Not really though. You're still gonna get the crap ton used out of you because you're gonna be in the family room. And that family room home theater PC actually gets used more than this office PC does. It doesn't get used as hard, but it gets used more. Well, all right, it was quite the day. Quite the day indeed. Got a lot done. Got a lot of stuff in. That should help me out with the channel. It's gonna be dark for a minute. I'm heading into the office cave. Yeah. So finishing up the case video here. That encoded rather quickly. I guess it was only an 11-minute video, but yeah, I did that pretty fast considering I did it at 2560 by 1440. So yeah, anyway, just went outside, watered the flowers, took out another wasp nest. Having a major issue with the wasps this year, I'm telling you. They're out to get me big time. You know, I think the next upgrade I may do in here is an LED strip for this desk. Kind of like the one I have in the kitchen. I think that would look good. I need some more light in here than just this one little lamp. So I don't know, maybe do one facing downward and then another one kind of facing up back here. You can get the little connector things, so I'd have to pick up a couple of those. I'm always thinking of things, you know what I mean? Like my mind's always racing with ideas of things I want to do. So anywho, yeah, the case video should go live tomorrow, and the TU vlog should be up Monday, because I'll be editing that tomorrow. And then I've got to record some of the unboxing portion of the Creative sound card that's going to be in the actual build, because then it's going to be in the build to do the testing. So you got to do the YouTube time travel thing. That is already done encoding. I am impressed. I declare. That was pretty quick. So I guess I'll start uploading that to YouTube then. And yeah. I don't have much else for this TU vlog. I think it's time to close it out. It's always such a bittersweet moment to close out one of the TU vlogs. It's been a long one. So like I said, I was going to put something at the end of this. If you made it all the way to the end, tweet Tech Uploaded. So tweet me at Tech Uploaded using the hashtag TUCatRocks. Hashtag TUCatRocks. And I'll know you made it all the way to the end of this TU vlog, because I know it's going to be a long one. Because I'm curious how many of you actually make it this far. So with all that said, I'm going to close it out and start all over again tomorrow. So you know the drill. Well, actually, I don't want to close that yet because you may want to follow me. I gave you Twitter. I'm telling you, I'm slipping. I'm slipping at the end of the vlog here. But anyway, so I already gave you Twitter. That's Tech Uploaded. But Instagram's also Tech Uploaded. There's a Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Tech Uploaded. And then, of course, there's techuploaded@gmail.com. And, you know, if you enjoyed the TU vlog, then please go ahead and click on that subscribe button. Give it a thumbs up. Do your thing that you do. And, hey, you know the drill. Don't be a stranger. Check back soon.